Welcome to Oracle F1 channel. In this video, we are going to discuss about Oracle 12c R1, 12c R2, non-CDB2, PDB auto upgrade method. I am going to demonstrate 12c R1 version and 12c R2 version. That CDB I am going to plug into 19c CDB container database as a pluggable. So I am going to plug as the container database. I am going to plug in as 19c container. I am making this video after quite long time since I have some personal health issues. I am not able to make a video periodically, and it's almost 3 weeks after I am creating and posting this video to useful to you all guys, and I hope you liked this video at the end of watching this one. So here it is. I have prepared the high level steps like auto upgrade and plug into CDB with a single command. So in this video, Oracle 12.1.02 and 12.2.0.1 19c 19.3.0.03 version. So here it is. I have to confess this feature is out and available for quite a while, but only unofficially. It's not officially launched by Oracle. It's quite unofficial. Auto upgrade can upgrade and plug in a non-CDB into CDB, but it lacked flexibility. Okay, first create your CDB at first. Auto upgrade does not only upgrade your database, it can plug into a CDB as well. With a one single command, you will have to pre-create the CDB, and please pay close attention to the components you select to avoid plugin issues. The easiest approach is to create a CDB with all options. If you do this, make sure the PDB underscore sheets gets only the option you really want to feature PDBs as your permission. But personally, I had a recommend to check your current non-CDB's DB registry for the existing component ID and select all this for your CDB as well. Okay, so this is what we are going to do. First, we need to create CDB at the 19c environment. Let's do it. And what does the auto upgrade do? Until Oracle database 19c, auto upgrade first will upgrade your database and then plug it in. This is a more safer approach as we have a proven fallback for the upgrade part. So if anything goes wrong during this upgrade, the auto upgrade allows you to seamless fallback within the minutes. But with the future releases after the Oracle 19c, this will chance when the non-CDB architecture is gone, we can't upgrade at first to a higher release than 19c. You got to have a non-CDB then. So for future releases, auto upgrade then will plug into a first and then trigger the upgrade and conversion. And one more thing is, I would like to recommend as always, please download the newest auto upgrade tool to perform this auto upgrade upgrades. Which are the new parameters? In order to allow your plugin, we add now these three parameters to auto upgrade. The command for auto upgrade stays exactly the same. You need to add only list target underscore CDB to your config file, specifying the SID to the CDB you pre-created. The other two parameters are optional. When you leave out of our target underscore PDB underscore copy option, no copy will be used. I had recommended you to parameter instead of you can have the duplicate disk space. Otherwise, make sure you have a working backup and target PDB name option to give your non-CDB a new name. Okay, here I'll show you. Here you can see here new new databases are two databases are running. SRCDB1 it is running on version 12.102. SRCDB2 it is running on 12.201. So we are going to upgrade these two databases. We are going to plug into 19C. So for that we need to create 19C CDB. Okay, here pre-upgrade checks what I did, that version, that database name, and so PDBs, there is no PDBs compatible, and the data file resides where it is resides, and TB registry components, what are the components in 12.102 versions. So the database sizes and time zone file version, and the databases are force logging or not. It's not means we need to enable it. So I have enabled here, and the recovery, here is that flashback on. I have on this flashback. So finally we need to create this directory. So here you can see the data file resides on here. Okay, I have created the steps preponed, so I'm showing you guys here. You need to put it here. Okay, now the version 12.201 version, I have set the same thing, all the parameters what all need to check I have checked, and data file where it is located exactly, and archive log list, and post logging is enabled or not. It's not enabled means we need to enable, and also data flashback we need to enable, and finally we have checked the component to be register components, and time zone file we have verified DDDB version, and here we need to create that target database location. We need to create this directory. Okay, now what we will do, now we need to create that Oracle 19C container database. So once containers is getting created, we are going to plug these two databases into 19C container, and it's going to update and plug into the container. So now I will check, and I will show you here. I have already 19C binary got installed here. Okay, here 19C binary I have already installed. Now I'm going to create a container database, so that after that, once container database is created, we will plug into those two databases into 19C container. So we are going to create container in the 19C database. Once container got created, we are going to upgrade those two databases. We are going to plug into this container as through auto upgrade utility. Okay, just create database, go with advanced mode, Oracle single instance database, general purpose. So I am giving container name as SRCDB3. Here I am creating container. Oh, okay, just container database only is enough. Create as an empty container. Okay, we will create like as an empty container, no need any PDBs. Then only you guys can have difference like how that two database is going to plug into his here. So next, so file system I am using data. I'm doing multiplexing that files, that read logs and control files. I have created all these mount points already, so I'm giving here. So next, specific recovery area. I'm going to give very less amount of space only. So enable archiving. Okay, I already created mount points, those mount points, so that I'm giving this exclusive locations. So click next. So it will give the warning like we are giving so much less space of amount of recovery area usage. So I'm just overriding this and creating listener srcdd3 underscore listener. So 15 already 1521 1522 are running. I am giving 1523. Next, click next. So we can go with this character set and mode. Like we can go ahead with this. So no need to register the enterprise manager. So just click next and password. I am giving same password for each system and system. So next, yes. So now to ask for the create database, click next. So it's giving a warning like we are giving 10 GB out of 10 GB we are giving only 4 GB of FRA space. So that given next, yes. So this came here, all the, so finish. what it will do, it will start that database creation operations. So here it is that installation is progressing smoothly. So we need to wait for some more time. So once it is gets completed, then we will work for that configuration. AutoGrid config file needs to be created, and then we will plug those two databases into this container. So once it is completed, we will see that one. So it will take some more time to complete. Let's wait for some time. Yes, it is completed that database creation and that 19C Oracle database and container. So we will close this and we'll go here and check the demo. So we can see here that SR CDB3 newly created Oracle 19C container database. So we'll set okay, we'll set SRCDB3. So there is no PDB seed only is there. Okay, what we are going to do, these two database we are going to plug into this container. So we are going to plug into this container. So after plugging, you can see here PR SR PDB 12.1 and SR PDB 12.2. Okay, then we are going to see how to we are going to migrate and upgrade. Just we are going to how to plug into this container 19C container and upgrade. After connecting to the DB, what are all the things I have checked here? So that FRA location, how many spaces allocated, and what are the compatible parameters, and also force logging enabled or not, and flashback enabled or not. So I have enabled flashback and force logging, and then I have checked that more location, data file location, and then what are the components it's having. So I have checked, and also the time zone file, so here it is time zone file version 32, and also db size. Here not required to consider about db size, it's all about that resource, how many resources we are allocating, like components and CPU and memory resource, then only the downtime it will be considered. So here it is 15 components, that 19 12.1 and 12.2, 15 components, and 19 is also having 15 components. Here it is, we are going to plug this container or those 12.1 and 12.2 databases. So it is 1.63 GB. Okay, now we will come to this. I have prepared a script, so we need to create that config file. So here it is, we need to create the config file, sample config file like this command, and then I have already created the config file, and my config file, it is showing like this. So I have created the auto upgrade directory, upgrade underscore log. You can see here, home Oracle. So here I have created upgrade logs common, that is common upgrade logs directory, and the here target home. I am going to upgrade 12.1 and 12.2, right? So it is the target home. Here I am going to upgrade target home under the target version 19.3 and the restoration no present. So we can give yes also if it is so, consider. And here that upgraded node host name, so sr underscore local domain, and source home source home source home, this srcdb1 12.1 db1. So this is the 12.1 db1. This is first database srcdb1. srcdb1 is this home, and again it is srcdb1 and cdb source srcdb3. We are going to plug into this container. So what is the plug name we are mentioning? srpdb12.1. So the file name convert, here you can see this data file. I already show you. Here it is the data file location. This location I have mentioned here, and here we need to create this directory, because you can see here the location of the data file U01 Oracle Oradata, U02 Oradata srcdb3, and blood database is going to resides on here. So we need to create this database, this directory. So that is what I have mentioned here. Earlier I have mentioned here, we need to create the directory. You can see here. So we will go ahead with this directory creation. And then come to that config file. So we have done this part, and start now. It is log directory, it is going to be there. Time zone update, yes. Every grp after the drop, it is yes. Okay. Then come to the next database. Again upgrade node srlab local domain. It is home. It is db underscore 2. You can see here. This is the home for srcdb2. srcdb2, and it is going to plug into this container, and we are mentioning here srpdb12.2. So the database where it is situated, you can see here data file location here. Okay, so we have mentioned here these files will be reside on here. So what we have to do, we need to create this directory as well. So mkdirp done. So we have done this part, and upgrade logs and upgrade time now. And right now what we are going to do, I'm going to deploy, means I'm going to upgrade. I'm going to plug these databases into, unplug from these two, this database and these databases, to plug into 19c container. After that we need to do this post migration upgradation steps. Okay, let's go to that upgrade. Now before that I need to check. Here I have allocated 2 CPUs only in this virtual machine. So free memory, it's available 1 GB only. So what I am going to do, I am going to exit. I am going to shut down this machine, and I am going to increase the memory, because I have already set a memory in this virtual machine for 9 GB. Now I am going to increase further. So we need memory consideration. If this upgrade, it's required more, at least 16 GB required, but in my in my physical machine having 12 GB memory only, so that I have allocated only 9 GB. I'm going to increase further. Here you can see the base memory 9.906 I have allocated. Further I'm going to increase, because it's not enough, it's not having enough memory, so that I'm going to increase further. So I am giving 10 GB memory now. So my base memory is 12 GB only. So my physical machine is occupying 12 GB, and I am giving here 10 GB of memory. And again I am starting the virtual machine. So here I have rebooted my virtual machine, and I have checked it is available memory 2 GB free, and I have started all the databases like 12102 and 12201 and 19c 19.3 databases. All the 3 databases is up and running. So now we are going to start, we are about to start that auto upgrade. Okay, so let's check that first, that virtual that auto upgrade version check. We'll check this. We'll go ahead with this, the location Oracle home articles admin. You can check here what is the SID and home. So we are in 19C home. So you can check this version, auto upgrade version. It is, when it is latest updated, build date, build version set. This is a pretty old one, so we need to do newest version while we are doing auto upgrade. Okay, then we can try with this version as well, no issues, and let's see how it is goes. And after that I have prepared the steps. Here I need to create that config file, and I will go ahead with one more tab. home Oracle scripts vi config.cfg file I'm creating. So you can copy this information and put it details, copy, and you can put it here. Okay, so this is the config file we have created, and then we can go ahead with this deployment. So I have created the scripts config.cfg here. So I am going to start the deployment. I meant that auto upgrade I am going to start. It means what we'll do, this is the target database container, 19c container database. In this container doesn't have any PDBs, any pluggable database. So this database is CDB1 and SRCDB2. It's going to be unplugged from here. It is going to plug into this 19c container. What we'll do initially, this auto upgrade utility, it will upgrade these databases first to 19c. This database is 19c, and then it is plugged into 19c container. So this is what this auto upgrade utility it's going to do. Okay, I'm going to execute now. I'm going to go with an deploy mode. Yes, now you can see LSJ tasks. So status LSJ, you can see here SRCDB1 job number 100, SRCDB2 job number 101. So these two databases we are going to upgrade. This auto upgrade, what it is going to be do, it is going to upgrade and then plug into CDB3 container. I mean an Oracle 19c container, it is going to plug in. So it is pre-checks are going on CDB1, and setup is preparing finished here. It is scheduled. So it will take quite a long time because we do not have enough resources on this machine. So it will take more long hours, like because it's going to do, like it's going to upgrade and then plug, and it will take quite a long time. So let's see how it goes, and I will keep you updated on this video. Like, let's just wait for few more hours. You can see here SRCDB pre-checks preparing running, remaining out of 39, and 132 out of 39 is running. It's running, and SRCDB3 also pre-checks are running. So okay, status. So it will you can see here these are all the time it will take. It's estimated times during this upgrade. And tasks also, it is, you can see here main jobs on. So these jobs are in the queue waiting, so it will execute. Three checks completed and three pickups running, preparing. So you can see, yeah, it is running as expected. Let's see. Here you can see that's SRC DB2. It is being stopped by error, some error. So what could I check here? Here in this log, I have checked why this. I, some archive destination size and problem. So I have changed it. After fixing up, the two databases are now it's executing. Prefix is running on CDB1. Prechecks are running CDB2. So what I have fixed earlier, we don't have space in that mount, that is archival mount. It is having 4 GB only. So I have changed into U01 mount. So you can see here what I did change. Earlier it was in U02 archives mount. So now I have changed it to U01 archive space. So now it's running that auto upgrade. You can see here. So both the databases are running now. Okay, cool. So here it is. You can see here that upgrade has been started. All the fix-ups and prefix and pre-checks and prefix-ups, everything has been completed, and here it is. The two databases has been started the upgrade. So it is slowly progressing, like it is being upgraded, started 1%, and it is, so it will take quite long time based on the resource available on the system. And let's go